Hi, I'm Scott Vaughn with UBM TechWeb's Create Your Next Customer, and today I'm with Jeremy Burton, EMC's Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer. We're going to focus on what you're doing in terms of marketing. There is a lot of transformation and change going on, and we want to dig into it. You've been around a while. We'll call you seasoned.
Not that long.
Yeah, well, you know, you've led many enterprise technology companies. As you looked at 2011 and kind of look out, what do you see going on with enterprise technology?
There's a couple of big trends. I mean, clearly, this move towards cloud computing. You know, a lot of debate. Is it just hype? Is it for real? I think it's fair to say, you know, cloud, it's here to stay. Mm-hmm. There is certainly a lot of hype around it, and probably as marketeers are responsible for creating some of that, but
I can't imagine that us marketers would do that.
So there's definitely hype, but I think what we believe is that we've never seen an instance where infrastructure, applications, and end user access are all been transformed at the same time. So the infrastructure is going to be different. The way applications are being built is very different. You know, programming languages are, I wouldn't say in their twilight, but things like Ruby and Python, and there's a whole bunch of, you know, new languages that people are starting to write applications in, and of course, you know, mobile devices, iPad, iPhone, it is really revolutionizing the end user experience, and it's all happening at the same time, and it's got to have it's a marketer's dream. I'd say number one. But number two, it's got the kind of IT guys' heads spinning, and rightly so, because they've got a legacy that they have to, you know, carry forward. At the same time, they've been asked to transform infrastructure, apps, and access all at the same time, and getting the balance and understanding what that journey is, I think, is very, very key to them.
So step back. So that is a big transformation. Yeah. So how do you, as a CMO, you and your team, capitalize on that from a marketing perspective when there's a shift like this? And it's radical.
Oh, it absolutely is radical. I think from a marketing standpoint, I mean, one of the great things cloud has enabled is the world of social media. It's very, very easy to form a community, meet like-minded people, be these socially or professionally. And there's a high premium now been placed on those channels. I mean, you look at LinkedIn and their recent IPO, incredible valuation. But these new social media channels have got an ability to target in a way that the offline channels never did have. You know, how do you know the success of your ad running in the print version of the Financial Times or Wall Street Journal? The answer is you don't really. There's a survey takes place a few months later. Things like online advertising, or, you know, more recently iPad advertising, you know intimately every single thing that every single person has done. So the targeting is better and the quality of feedback is better.
Yeah, so you get targeting data and analytics, you put all that together, that's much more powerful. So I'm going to switch that data mindset. At EMC World, you talked a lot about big data, the cloud, and this thing you call the data scientist, a new role you thought was moving into IT and engineering. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so you know, on the theme of cloud, we think, well, okay, once you've built your cloud or your cloud infrastructure, then what? What do you do with it? And you think about it for a second, you've got an infinite amount of storage potential in your cloud and an infinite amount of compute power. And it stands to reason that one of the best uses of the cloud would be to analyze incredibly large volumes of information. And this whole phenomenon is what we term big data. And a lot of the data now is not purely kind of human generated. You think back in the day, clerks banging away on terminals. Humans captured data. Today, machines generate data, which means that you end up getting terabytes of data generated by machines in certain organizations on any given day. And so the kind of systems needed to process that information is fundamentally different. And the problem is not just going to be solved by technology, though, and computers. We think that you know, humans still have a role to play.
Chalk one up for humans, that's good.
Exactly, put one down to humans, because having people in the organization that understand the semantics of the data and the art of the possible, and I think more to the point, being able to visualize the data in a way that people who are in decision-making positions can understand, becomes fundamentally important. You know, data overload is bad. Data that you can understand is good.
So translate that for me. If we look at marketers' role, and you're transforming to cloud and to big data and feeling more to this data scientist, EMC still fundamentally at its core has a big line of storage products. How do you make storage sexy from a marketing standpoint and integrate these other trends?
Yeah.
They're bigger than trends, but these other elements into what you do and how you go to market.
Well, of course, your big data is going to require big data storage, right?
Yep.
So fundamentally,
they're linked.
You got to find somewhere to put this stuff. I think secondly as well, folks understand that analyzing big data really then gives you information, which is what business people want. They want information in order to help them make decisions. And part of our portfolio that we acquired about a year ago was the Greenplum database. Greenplum specialize in analyzing big data and serving up information which folks can then go take action on. So I'm a big believer that if you're in technology marketing, you've got to have a center of gravity, and you've got to have a focal point for the message. And I think for EMC, data and storage has always been at the center. So in some respects, big data was a godsend, because it's very close to what I think people know us for. But I actually believe it's a higher value activity, kind of translating the data into information so that people can make decisions. And for EMC, I think it gives us a real opportunity, because we believe a lot of big data, it's going to change the world. I think infrastructure and cloud and big data storage can probably change IT, but the analysis of data can have a profound impact on a business, on a community, or a planet.
Well, Jeremy, thank you. We appreciate your insights and sharing with all the Create Your Next Customer subscribers and visitors into the tech marketing community, and congratulations for all the work you've done.
Okay, thanks.